Hey everyone, welcome. So we're going to explore a really powerful idea today. What if all the huge, overwhelming crises we see in the world aren't actually separate problems at all? What if they're all symptoms of one single deeper issue? We're going to look at how we might move from what's being called a polycrisis to a new path forward, planetary coherence.
Think about it. You turn on the news and it feels like we're just getting hit from all sides, right? There's climate change, economic instability, deep social divisions. It's easy to feel like we're just fighting a dozen different fires at once.
But what if that's the wrong way to look at it? What if all those things are just the smoke, and they're all coming from one single, much deeper fire?
To get to a real solution, we first have to get the diagnosis right. And that means we need to take a closer look at this idea of the polycrisis.
So the core idea here is that we're not juggling a bunch of different problems. We're actually facing a single integrated condition, the polycrisis. Think of it like this. It's the emergent expression of our underlying civilizational operating system, an operating system that's just not working anymore. And if you dig down to the root of it, the diagnosis from our source material is that we're experiencing a profound breakdown, a crisis of, and this is a mouthful, a stable, health-aligned, and conscious transformational relationship. Okay, so what on earth does that actually mean?
Well, let's just break it down. It's basically a way of describing any relationship that consistently does three things. It builds trust, it works toward the health and well-being of everyone involved, and it can adapt and grow in a healthy way. The argument is, this is what we've lost.
And you can see the cracks everywhere, right? It's in the broken relationship between us and the planet, between our institutions and the people they're supposed to serve. It's in that massive gap between what we know we should do and what we actually do. And yeah, it's even in the breakdown of relationships between people themselves.
Okay, so that's a pretty heavy diagnosis. The big question then is, what's the cure? What's the prescription? Well, that brings us to the next part, the 4 essential shifts we need to make.
According to the source, the path forward requires 4 huge shifts. First, we need to reharmonize. That's moving from just taking from nature to living with it in symbiosis. Second, we have to synchronize, basically getting all the amazing work being done around the globe to actually line up and amplify each other. Third, we need to synergize. That's where 1 + 1 = 3, creating multiplying effects that are way bigger than the individual parts. And finally, we have to collaborate, and we're talking about deep, conscious cooperation that's built on trust.
And you can see here, this isn't just about small tweaks. This is a total reboot of our planetary operating system. It's a fundamental shift away from a system that runs on fear, competition, and fragmentation to a new paradigm built on regeneration, coherence, and long-term care for the future.
And that first one, reharmonization, is so incredibly crucial. It's about fundamentally changing our mindset, seeing ourselves not as masters trying to control Earth's living systems, but as respectful participants within them.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually make a shift this massive happen in the real world? That leads us to the technology needed for this transformation, building an infrastructure for coherence.
And this is a really key point. The argument is that we don't have a shortage of solutions. We have brilliant people and amazing ideas everywhere. What we lack is the coherence infrastructure, the underlying system needed to connect and orchestrate all those solutions at a truly global scale.
And this is where the source material proposes a specific tool called Phoenix. It's envisioned as a kind of planetary nervous system of care, a technology specifically designed to enable the global coherence that we've been talking about.
So what would a platform like this actually do? Well, it's designed to support the very things our current systems struggle with, creating real understanding across different cultures, enabling coordination that's built on ethics and trust, and aligning all the thousands of different initiatives that are already trying to do good in the world.
At the very heart of this platform is a concept they call the synergy engine. You can think of it as the core mechanism that's designed to align all the different resources, solutions, and technologies with one primary goal, the well-being of the entire planet.
So if we can actually build this, if we can make these shifts, what does that future actually look like? This brings us to our final section, the vision of health, a regenerative future.
The vision is a future where humanity finally learns to work together, and I mean truly together, across all our cultures, sectors, and borders, not for short-term gain, but in service to life itself. And in this new paradigm, success isn't just measured by economic output. Success means we've rebuilt trust. It means we've strengthened our ability to operate as a truly collaborative species. And it means we've finally started healing our fundamental relationship with the Earth.
And the guiding principle, the absolute non-negotiable purpose at the center of it all, is to protect, empower, and ensure the flourishing of future generations. And not just human generations, but future generations of all species.
Ultimately, what this all presents us with is a really stark choice. As the source material puts it, the choice before humanity is whether fragmentation will accelerate or coherence will evolve.
And a platform like Phoenix is presented as an invitation, really. An infrastructure to help us architect that positive change for the benefit of all. It's a tool to help us choose coherence,